Hey, this is Mark Washington, MTC Media. Here at Xfinity Center, Maryland 73, Nebraska 51. Kevin Willard could not have asked for a better performance coming off of an important road win against Iowa by 2 points. They turn around here, get at home, treat a Nebraska team the way that you should treat a team at home when you have momentum, when you're the team who was picked to finish third in the Big Ten Conference like Maryland was. And it wasn't only getting the big win, it was how they got the big win. Jamie Kaiser, who he's been asked about so many times in the shooting, 14 points today, was 4 for 5 from 3, 4 for 7 from the floor. Deshaun Harris-Smith was a dog on defense again. And then he hit a three-pointer early in the game. He was 1 for 2 from 3. He was 4 for 6 from the floor for 9 points. Those guys are always asked about, and I think people forget that they're freshmen. The team, this was such a team effort when you look at the numbers and you see Juju has 15 points, 16 rebounds, but it wasn't one of those games where you had to lean on Juju or you had to lean on Jameer Young. It was, again, a team effort. Long was another guy hitting open threes in the first half along with Kaiser, because Maryland, the offense was touching both sides of the floor. They were creating such long closeouts for Nebraska that those were open threes. And for one of the rare times this season, Maryland was hitting those open threes. Maryland finished 11 for 26 from the three-point line. And it was all pretty much in the construction of the offense. There wasn't any forces. There wasn't any presses. There wasn't any YOLOs. It was comfortable three-point shooting. And then on defense, they held Nebraska to 40% shooting and took away Tamanaga, who worked for everything he got. He only had 7 points. He averages 14. So it was half his average. He shot 3 for 10 from the field. And then taking away Mass, who averages 13 points something a game. He only had 5 shot attempts. 5 points on 5 shot attempts with 3 rebounds, and that's it. That just tells you how much of a pressure on defense that Maryland put on. 18 turnovers by Nebraska, and the 18 turnovers doesn't even do Maryland's defense justice. That's how good it was today. Off those 18 turnovers, Maryland scored 25 points. And again, I think this is what Willard imagined for this team at the beginning of the season. Not playing that much half-court offense, defense being stifling, get some guys off early so that spreads the offense, opens up a lot of space for Juju, doesn't allow teams to double because of the long closeouts and hitting shots, and Maryland did all of that today. So again, Juju 15 points, Kaiser 14 points, Young 12 points, Long 11 points. Now, if you can get that from Maryland along with their defense for the rest of the season, they're going to win plenty of games. Now, they're going to hit the road again. It's going to be Michigan State, a team that they barely lost to just last week here at home, or earlier this week at home. Earlier this week. It was Sunday. Earlier this week at home. Today's Saturday. But certainly a winnable game before coming back here and playing Rutgers, another winnable game. So moving to 5-5 in the Big Ten is huge for Maryland. Gets them back in the middle of the pack. And again, trying to ascend. The one thing you don't want to do in the Big Ten Conference is have to play every day when you get to the conference tournament. And if you're a Terps fan, what you're seeing out of Maryland is, boy, they're starting to round into what you thought they were going to be at the right time. We're in late January. It's going to be early February. That leads into March. You would rather for Maryland to be rounding into this now than to show this in December and have December look like, have December come here in late January and February. So Willard and his staff has done a great job. They weathered a huge storm. They weathered a lot of questions, probably some criticisms that you could see that Willard was getting tired of answering the same question. And again, they are turning into the team I think we all thought they could be. Maryland 73, Nebraska 51. You're going to see me later today as when I leave College Park heading for Fairfax, Virginia for George Mason, Rhode Island.